Hey guys, Triton here from Power Living, joined by Amy Rose. Today we're going to be introing the roll and release. So rolling and releasing, beautiful way to get into fascia and muscles, particularly good for yogis trying to develop range, but also for athletes looking to recover, get more nutrition and healing through their body so they can kind of go a little stronger each time. We're going to use today some sort of custom made type numbers, but you might use a tennis ball or a cricket ball at home and have a little try of this, because you don't need anything special, but the special things do help sometimes. We're going to begin down in a foot release. So if Amy's going to place the ball underneath the foot, and it's simply about applying a little bit of pressure, and you'll kind of know how much is enough. We're looking for enough so that you feel a discomfort, enough so that you feel a sensation, but not so much that you're stimulating a big stress pain response. You could probably lean into it a little bit further if you can kind of test yourself in there. So here what we do is we usually roll for 2 minutes at a time, thereabouts, and you want to look for the hottest spots and try and find that in your body. Cool. You might stay for a little longer. We're going to move on. We're going to move to the ITB release. So we're going to use a double ball scenario here. Amy, if you lay down on your side, give me that one there. View. And so the ITB, a big fascial band that runs from the outer hip down to the knee. You might be able to get a little sense of where she is there. You can take a little bit of weight off by bending up the knee, as we are. You can roll up and down, or again, you can sort of stay. If you're feeling like you want a little bit more pressure here, then you're welcome to stack this leg on top and just kind of sit into it. And you might see from Amy's face, gets a little more sensitive. Again, go as much as you can kind of tolerate comfortably, you know, in that kind of ballpark of maybe 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10 symptoms. Go, and she's oscillating here, and again, you'd find this for a few minutes. Perfect for runners who get a little discomfort around the knee or a little tightness in the hip. We're going to continue. We're going to go up now to the glute med. So if I get you to lay on your back, please. This time we'll just use one of the single balls. And we'll arrange ourselves in a figure 4 shape, which is that leg crossed over. You simply rock the weight to one side, slide the ball underneath, and then rock your weight back on. And so it might be a little bit of trial and error trying to find the right spots. And so feel free to move the ball around if it's not in the right spot for sure. And then you're just simply rocking the weight on. And the glute med, a big stabilizing muscle. So for people who spend a lot of time on their feet, or for runners, or, you know, look, most of us, to be honest, we're going to find a few little hot spots in there. And you're looking for those tender spots because that's where you're going to get the most effect out of these, creating a blood flow and a nutrition and a healing response that's going to go into the muscles. Cool. Our next one that we're going to go to is the posterior cuff of the shoulder. So if you lay onto your side for us. Cool, yeah, you're going to face that way, beautiful. I'm going to slip over here. So here what we're looking for is this area, and this is perfect for surfers, swimmers, a lot of throwing athletes, beach volleyballers, that kind of thing. What you're going to do is lay down onto it on the side, so it's the back wall of the armpit. And again, it's going to take a little oscillation. The smaller points, the smaller muscles, you might have to be a bit more kind of finessey on. The bigger muscles, usually there's a few more points to find. And here you might even take your hand, your right hand is a little fist there, and then place that as a pillow underneath your head, underneath this way. Sorry, got you confused there. So then you can put a bit of the weight of your head down onto it and kind of oscillate into it more. So more weight depending on what you need. You'll find a smaller object to press on will be a sharper discomfort, and obviously a larger object a little less uncomfortable, which is great. So in each of these poses we're moving through, but I'd encourage that you stay for at least 3 to 5 minutes on them. You get a chance to get some blood flow through there, and you might even take some gentle movements and gentle stretches in between times, again, to encourage that blood flow and recovery. The last one that we're going to show today is around the forearm. So if I get you to bring yourself up onto your knees. Cool, and we're going to use, instead of the equipment here, we're actually just going to use the bones of our forearm here. You're going to lay that down and then use the other arm to press down into it. And so it's kind of like you're mashing into these muscles. These muscles are our gripping muscles for our hands. So anyone, again, that's doing gripping type activities, CrossFitters, you know, gym people, or even just office workers spending a lot of time at the desk, this is going to be the perfect antidote. And you can see as she moves, you get the fingers moving here, because that's because we're pushing into the muscles that are operating that. And so you want to, again, massage in and find all those little tender points. That'll give you the best effect. And so if there's no discomfort with it, I'd consider moving around and trying to find the spots that are a little less comfortable. That's where you're going to get your best effect. So as you've seen, roll and release is really useful to get to kind of hidden parts of the body, get a little extra massage and recovery through there. And it's awesome for yogis for sure in some of these key spots. It's really great for athletes, desk workers, anyone who's doing repetitive loaded activity, and that's where you need to go in there and help recover those muscles. Roll and release, one of the best tools you can use for that.